All right, it's an exciting day in camper building, and early today we're doing camper building prep.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm building out my expedition camper. Thank you for watching, subscribing, sharing, and liking. Today we actually are going to get into building out the camper, and so this is the start of it. It's an exciting time. And for those of you wondering, can you actually put some weight on this bed platform? Absolutely. It is incredibly strong. You can definitely put weight on it and jump on it like I just did, and it has no movement or deflection.
And so I'm really excited because I have framing for the cabinetry, or at least a big chunk of the cabinetry, a lot of it. And because I get to pull my multi-tool with a sealant adhesive scraper cutoff tool. And that gets me really excited because I'm cleaning up all this excess caulk, adhesive sealant, none of it's caulk, it's all adhesive sealant. Cleaning up all this excessive adhesive sealant, these dendrites, stalactites of hanging adhesive sealant from the ceiling here, and also the floor is pretty clean, but it's really just the ceiling all the way around. I got to clean it up. It's all going to be encompassed within cabinets, and so most will be visible. I'm not okay with this, so I'm cutting it all, this excess off, get it nice and smooth. It also gives me a nice flat surface to adhere my cabinet framing to, and then I'm going to clean it all up with some rubbing alcohol and some no-lint towels. Everywhere I'm going to, of course, adhere down, but get everything cleaned up. Everywhere the cabinets go down, the cabinet frame is going to go down as much as possible. So it's a really exciting day. So I could not wait to come out here and start tackling this. So here it is, the end of my work day. I am taking it on, get this stuff cleaned up. And so I'm just taking this cutoff tool. There's a few different versions of these. I should say cutoff tool, this multi-tool, with this scraper blade, and it really is great for cutting off caulk and stuff and cutting it down. It's relatively sharp, but not too sharp. It does dull pretty quickly, and this adhesive sealant's pretty gummy and kind of rubbery, but nonetheless, this really does cut it down. You just have to worry about a little bit rubbing this on the ceiling or walls so it doesn't scratch it up. It doesn't really scratch, just kind of mars it up a little bit. So I have to be careful of that. I'm not pushing too hard to do anything, so I don't put any scratches on it with this blade. It works great. The other tool I have, interesting enough, both Dewalt, what do you know, is this hook razor blade. It's actually a razor blade. It's really sharp, and it's got a hook on it, and so it's like a saber tooth. And I found this works really well for just scraping and rubbing, running down like that, but more like this. And it takes off this excess. Now, I've already gone down this with this multi-tool, so I don't have any excess there, but down those parts, this will work great or to help clean up. So this is an exciting day, and you'll probably notice another thing. Two things. One is it's echoing here, and it's echoing here because both of the skylights are now installed. Yahoo! There's one. Bingo! So we have both of the skylights installed, which is really rad. I've got it closed because it's kind of cold out. It's freezing outside, and thus the garage isn't all that warm. And so keeping these skylights closed actually getting pretty warm in here. It's pretty nice. And so that's rad. I got the windows closed because the truck went out for a little drive yesterday, a little test drive. Got a new Pitman arm installed by Clive over at EarthCruiser, who was coming through town and installed that. A new Pitman arm, a change out to improve the steering. And so I was really excited to have him do that and help me out with that and get that done. So thank you, Clive, and thank you, EarthCruiser, for staying on top of getting that fixed. Fixed for everybody who's got these, a little bit of improvement on the steering. And so excited to really get a more of a longer drive once I get this camper fully enclosed with the entry door. But in order to do that, I got to cut off excessive adhesive sealant, get them cleaned up, get these cabinets framed in, or get these cabinets adhered down to the walls, the floors, the ceiling. They're all going to be adhered down. I'm not going to penetrate any of these walls to mount the cabinets. They're all going to be adhered down. You know me, I've looked up all the adhesive specs. I've got adhesive specifically made for adhering fiberglass and aluminum together, and they have tensile strengths of 250 to 600 pounds per square inch. Phenomenal. So over like a 2-foot by 1-inch piece of aluminum that's smooth, that is just insane strength. It will, there's no way you could pull it up. And their peel strength is, I forget what it is, but it's really excellent. And of course it has great elongation to deal with the thermal expansion and contraction between those dissimilar materials, and particularly in this case aluminum, which has a fair amount of expansion and contraction. So so I'm going and getting this stuff cleaned up, and now we've got a nice, good, smooth surface. Already got around here, and so let's keep this going and get this stuff cleaned up. Get it ready for installing cabinets. Really rad. See how nice that comes off? Just comes off in these. Look at that. There's a piece right there that I just recently cut off. Just bam. It's probably like 5 pounds of extra adhesive sealant getting cut off today. Okay, maybe not that much. Pound. What I'm trying to do is get it down to nice and flush and flat with this extrusion that caps over the wall here. Comes on the inside, and so I just don't have a big protrusion there, and that way I can get a nice smooth surface to adhere down my frame for the cabinetry. I've got a method that I'm going to install these basically across here for the overheads. It's basically the same on the floor, and that's going to more or less get the cabinets level from the middle, and so counters, all stuff should be nice and level, and cabinets should be nice and perpendicular, should be vertical. Really, that's it, vertical or horizontal. So, here we go. Let's do this. You know, and also while I'm doing this, I get to go through and just inspect all the adhesive sealant that's in here, and just make sure that it really is everything fully covered or encompassed or enclosed, which it does. There's a couple little tiny spots in the corners. I'm going to put a little more in just to make sure it's really in there good. And so there's plenty on there, but this is excellent. It gives me a great chance to just check all this stuff out. Beautiful. Speaking of multi-tools, I've had to buy several new tools through this project already. And I'm sure I'll probably have to buy a few more new tools. And this has been actually one of the greatest tools I bought, and I always kind of thought, why would I need a multi-tool? It's kind of silly. I got every other kind of cutting blade and apparatus and stuff. Why would I need another cutting tool? And I have to, and especially some little dinky thing like this. What can it really do? It's an amazingly effective and useful. You get right down flat into things. You get in corners, get up against walls, get underneath things. It's with the different blades and everything. It cuts right through. Stuff like the fiberglass here to get through like a little tiny like fix, plunge right into it, straight in. Something you can't do with a lot of our saws and stuff. It's been fantastic. I am really liking this little tool. It's been the bomb. Highly recommend getting one. Whatever brand, this one's been great. There's 20 volt Dewalt. It's been excellent, but I'm sure all the brands are really good. I know that I've heard great things about the Milwaukee's and other brands out there as well. So, but this one has been fantastic. It's light, simple, especially if you use a small battery pack. It doesn't use a lot of power. Anyways, let's keep cutting. You know, the stuff, it's surprisingly hard to cut because it's so rubbery, right? And so, because it's so rubbery, the stuff doesn't necessarily cut through that well. It really does need like a really sharp blade. This blade's really not that sharp. Even though I recommend the multi-tool, I wouldn't recommend these blades, but there are other blades out there you can find. I don't even know what brand this is, but I'll try to put a note in the show comments. These or other ones I found that work better. These just seem to dull really quickly and without really cutting much. So that is a downside of this one particularly, but hey, it's doing the job. And they were cheap, and I have a bunch of them, so I'm going to use them up. Look at that big string monster. Let me get you guys closer so you can see that better. Yeah! And see how it's a little dirty? It's stepping on. There we go, another big stringage monster. Here, that maybe is better for the rounded saber-tooth tiger blade. It's gonna be really hard to get in here with this. This blade worked great around the windows, but a bit tough up against the floor here. It's alright. See that booger? We're going to cut these boogers off here. There we go. Boogerage gone. Let's keep this going. I tell you, I should have been a surgeon. Look at that. That is precision. Alright, let's get that goop away. Oh, there we go. Let's keep her going. It'd be nice if this they had a blade like this so it's angled so you can really get in there. Matter of fact, that does give me an idea. Whoever did the caulking on this job did a much better job. Yeah, it's pretty clean in here. I know who did that section. They did a good job. Guess who it was? It was me. Keep it going. And always have extra blades. Whatever tool you're using. If you want to stop your progress or slow it down, just have another blade to go with. So to make sure it doesn't go into the fiberglass or even really scratch it, and at the same time prune these dendrites down. Or are these stalactites? I don't know. Guess it depends. What's the right word for adhesive sealant? Don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. Dendrite, stalactite. It's quite rewarding to cut off a big booger like that, a big adhesive sealant booger. All right, there's a big, nasty caulk boogers here on this side. Oh. It's kind of rewarding though, cutting them off. Got a lot of little white snakes on the ground here. Nasty, nasty. Nasty. Gonna build a composite camper. Best to clean up these caulk adhesive sealant joints before they dry. We tried to get them all, but obviously we missed a couple. Definitely this one. This one is nasty. There's a lot of extra sealant adhesive here. Let's go to it. Let's go, multi-tool, let's go. Sometimes you just gotta peel away.